Alright guys, I will now show you click by click how we set up, run and scale Facebook ads to make 7 figures a year with our Shopify stores. Let's hop into it. Let's first address the elephant in the room. Who am I? My name is Felix Ehold and I love to build and scale ecom businesses, surround myself with other ecom cheese doing 10 million plus a year and smoke cigars. Here are a few pictures of me doing those things. Right. Why do I know how to do this? Here are 2 quick examples. Here we just made over $500,000 with a 3.10x ROAS, so just $179K ad spend investment to make over $500,000 with Shopify. Those are, by the way, screenshots of Triple Whale. We're gonna touch on Triple Whale in a second. So here, second example, here we just made over 300K at a 2.23 ROAS. So with only $143,000 ad spend, we made $332,000 revenue with our Shopify store. Those are just 2 examples to show you that I'm eligible to talk on this topic. So let's hop right into step number 0. Because before we can actually build the skyscraper, we have to do some groundwork. That's very important because the higher you want to build, the better your foundation has to be. So let's start with the foundation. So the first thing here is audience research. And this is actually what is probably one of the most important reasons why we have the results you just saw here, because we really put a lot of effort into understanding our audience, understanding why they buy, their pain points, their desires, and using those emotions in our marketing to make them buy. And to make it easier for you, I linked the audience research plug and play sheet that we use right in here. So you can just click on the link. The document is, by the way, linked down below the YouTube video. So you have access to all of this. And this is our complete audience research plug and play sheet. So you can exactly do what we do and also have a video walkthrough where I walk through the complete audience research process with you on video. Right. So once we know who our buyers are and why they buy, we go on and create some offers. We really want to, number 1, make the offer seem so good that the buyer would feel stupid saying no to it. And number 2, we also want to use the offer to increase our average order value to get more money out of every single customer. So we have more room to play with the ad spend because we make more money with every purchase. Now we can also spend more money on ads for every purchase, right? That's very important. What we do here is we just do it based on the audience research and we just create at least 5 no-brainer offers. For example, okay, if you buy the subscription now, you get or you can enter the subscription now and the first week is for free. After that, it's like 40 grand a month. I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. You can do things like that, okay? You get the first week for $1 and then it's $30 a month, something like that, okay? And you can come up with 5 different ideas. You can do, okay, buy 2 of those products and you get the third one for free. Or you can do buy this product and you get this additional product for free. You can do buy this bundle, that's a bundle of 2 or 3 products of yours, and they get some certification or some ebook or anything that you can create that doesn't cost any money for you or very little money for free. That's what I would recommend here. And important thing here is really to create at least 5 of those no-brainer offers, not just create one banger offer and roll with it, but create 5 and test which ones perform the best and then roll with the best one. Then create 10 ad copies. You just I would really recommend you to just look up the AIDA framework. That's attention, interest, desire, action. You can look up a YouTube video on that and create some ad copies, but copies are really not that important. And you can also just go with some bullets that describe the USPs of your product combined with some emojis like most advertisers do that. I wouldn't spend too much time on here. Right. So the next part is a very important one. You have to produce 20 to 30 creatives. And here I linked a YouTube video where I go over our creative machine, how we produce creatives in a very time efficient way. So you can produce 20 to 30 creatives very time efficient and very cost efficient. And this allows us to test more creatives, and creatives are the most crucial part here. And if we can test more creatives, we will also find more winning creatives, aka profitable ads, aka we now have some profitable ads we can scale, aka we have a successful business case, right? So this is very important. After you have those creatives, you go over to business.facebook.com and create a business manager and ad account if you don't have that already. So that's pretty simple. Then we have to set up proper tracking. This is very important. So the tracking of Meta itself is not working properly anymore. It shows and it attributes the purchases to wrong ad sets, because if you launch 10 ad sets, we want to know which of those 10 ad sets have made purchases and which didn't. So we can turn off the losers and scale the winners. But now we have a big problem if Meta shows us the wrong ad sets that actually didn't make the purchase to make the purchase. So we scale the wrong ones and turn off the winners, scale the losers, and we burn our money. We don't want that. So we need a tracking solution, and there are basically only two you need, and it depends on how much money you make with your e-commerce store at the moment. So if you are above 40 grand a month, I would recommend Hyros. If you're below 40 grand a month, I would recommend Triple Whale. Pretty simple. That's how we do it, right? And pro tip, use the links I have in here for you in this Google Docs, because you will get a better deal. I secured a better deal for those tracking solutions with both of them than you would get normally if you just go on their website. So use the links in here. Now we are done with the groundwork. Zero money made, but already further than most e-com stores. Let's hop into step number 1. Finally, let's create the first testing campaign to find out which creatives work, right? Because creatives are the most important part. So we start to test some different creatives. So we just open the ad account and create a campaign, but I will now walk you through every one of those steps. And here is the setup in a nutshell, right? We just need 2 campaigns, one to test creatives and one to scale the winning ads. That's it. So let's walk through the steps. All right, I just created a dummy ad account for the purpose of this video. So we're just gonna, once we are in the ad account, click on create, and we're always, when we want to make money, going for sales. So for the conversions objective. But right now, we just want to find out which creatives work. And if we would do that with conversions, we would have to spend at least 2 times the AOV on every ad, aka every creative. Meaning, if we test 30 creatives and we have an AOV of $45, for example, we would have to spend $2,700 just to find out which of those 30 creatives are winner creatives. We don't want to spend so much money right away because it's not necessary. Even with those businesses making millions a year, we don't do it that way. We do it the cheaper way because we save money. And the cheaper way is what I'm going to show you now. We use the golden beer tactic. Pretty cool one. So instead of doing sales, we do awareness. And it's going to only run for 1 day. Okay, this is not a long-term campaign. I would not recommend to run long-term awareness ads. It's of no use, except when you want to find out which creatives work better than others. This is a pretty cool hack. So I call this the golden bear campaign. And then add categories, declare nothing, A/B test nothing, advantage campaign budget on, and we just set this to $100 or euros, whatever, right? The equivalent of $100. Once you did that, we click on next. Now we give the ad set a name. I just always call it creative batch 1, for example, and then the date on where I bring it live. So this is a very weird European way of writing the date, I know. And this is very important. Performance goal. Always set this to maximize ad recall lift, okay? And automatically will be maximize reach of ads, but set it to recall lift. Very important. Then dynamic creative, we leave it turned off here. I always launch ads on midnight the next day, 12 a.m. All right. Then audience controls, we leave that off. Let's say we only advertise in the US, okay? So we only do United States. Okay, we only advertise here. Nice. Advantage audience, we don't need that. Placements, we don't need that as well. Let's hop on to the next step. And here is where we put in the creatives. So if you have watched the video on a creative machine, you will understand this right here, but we name the creatives hook, body, and offer. So that's hook 1, body 1, offer 1. Okay, that's this video, for example. Okay, and then a live date. All right, so that's good. And once this is done, we always leave this to create ad. And then we add media and just add some image, okay? Just add an image, that's it. And we leave the primary text empty, description empty, we leave everything empty, we just insert an image. Very weird, I know, but it works very well, so I would recommend to do it that way. So language is off, tracking, you obviously include your pixel, URL parameters, you put in what you get from Drupal Whale in terms of the URL parameters or hierarchies, right? So once that is done, we have the first creative setup, right? So now we just have to launch 30 of them, right? So I would recommend to do not more than 10 per creative batch. So what I like to do is I duplicate this 9 times, bam. Now we have 10 in here, and I just do the exact same things for the other creative. So I just here do the next one. Let's say that's hook 2, upload the other video, and that's it. And once I have done this 10 times, I just duplicate this and duplicate this 3 times now. 2 times because we already have 1. So now I have 3 times 10. So we have 30 creatives, right? So now we can launch all of our new ad creatives, and I will just mark all of them by command and then publish all of those ads. That's it. Okay, I now published those 30 ad creatives and the campaign. And now we have to do the most important thing here, or one of the most important things here. We have to set up a rule. So let's hop right onto rules, create a new rule and custom rule. My ads were obviously not published because I have no images in there. So custom rule, I call this golden bear. And apply rule 2, that's very important. All active ads in here. So you're already in this campaign, and the action is turn off ads, okay? Conditions, I always start with, just for safety reasons, campaign name contains golden beer, my campaign name, ad, and then I do the impressions is greater than 5,000. Okay, that's what you should do. That is how Golden Beer works. So after your ad was seen by 5,000 people or was shown 5,000 times, the ad will automatically turn off because that's all the data you need to reiterate which ones are working and which ones are not. Right. I will show you how to do that in a second. Run continuously. Facebook email notifications, we can leave that on. So create. Now I created a rule, close, and I have the rule, and this is already how we create the creative testing campaign. Pretty simple, right? So let's hop right into step number 2. Now we want to launch the scaling campaign, because when the testing campaign was running for 24 hours, we already have our result. So what we do now is we take all the winner ads from the testing campaign, put them into the scaling campaign. We set this up as dynamic creative testing, and we copy the post ID from the winners, and that way we paste them into the dynamic creative campaign, and we set this to at least $100 daily budget. So again, let me walk you through the steps because I know this was pretty fast. So inside the ad account, we click on create, and we now create the sales campaign, continue manual sales campaign, very important. And what we do now is we name it DCT scaling. And here we can almost leave everything as it is. Just the Advantage campaign budget, we turn to $100 or euros. Now we click on next, and now I call this Golden Beer winners. Let's say these are the winners 1 from the 11th. I always use the same date from those Golden Beer ads. And here we have website, performance goal, maximize number of conversions, pixel. I obviously put in my pixel conversion event. I have to set up a purchase here. I probably can't do that. Okay, I even can. That's very important. Always purchase. And then dynamic creative, we turn this on. Continue. Nice. So we launch at midnight again. That's always how we want to do it. And we set our location. Let's say we only target the United States again. So we type in United States, pass in the United States, and then that's it for this page, right? So we click on next, and here I always use the same name as on the ad set level, and here obviously Facebook, Instagram account, very important. And then I do manual upload, single image or video, And here I now select the videos, the winner videos from my creative testing. So how to choose and how to find those winner videos, I will show you right here. So this is a golden beer test, okay? So you have to look at the test once it's done. So that means once the ad sets are off, once everything's off here, okay? You see that on the right side, it's off because it already achieved more than 5,000 impressions. So what we do now is we look at the cost per outbound click. If you don't see that right here, you have to customize your columns. So you go on customize columns and go on cost per outbound click, and you add this to your columns, and you can save it for later. You have the average of the cost per outbound click. We have 2.73 euros, and everything that's below the average of this cost is a winner creative. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 winner creatives. This one is already above 2.73, so it's not a winner anymore. So we only take those 3 here, those are winners, and we're only gonna put them into the scaling campaign. Okay, so what we do now, we just copy this name right here, okay, the ad name, the name of the video, and then we go over here and go on select videos, and I'll just paste the name right here and then just click on it. Okay, let's say it's this one, because obviously this is a dummy account. I don't find this video here. So, and then we do that step again. We go on here, copy the second one, and then we paste that in here, click it, and then we do that 3 times. I would recommend to put in here 3 videos, 2 primary texts, 2 headlines, no description. Then the website URL, the link to your landing page where the customer should go, probably the product page of your product. And display link you can leave empty, call to action, shop now. And here you obviously have your pixel set up, and then you put in the URL parameters. Again, here it's very important. On the creative testing campaign, it's not that important, but here you should really put in the URL parameters. Right, and that's pretty much it. That's how you set up the campaign. And that's how we do it for all of the winning ads, okay? So maximum number of 3 new creatives in here. And if you have more than 3 winning creatives from the test, you just duplicate this and make more of those ad sets. And one last thing I want to mention, you put all the winning creatives in here, but a maximum number of 3 winning creatives per ad. So if you have more than 3, you just duplicate this. Let's say we have 6, we just quickly duplicate. And I put in 3 here and 3 here, but always duplicate on the ad set level. All right, so that was step number 2, how to take the winning ads from the creative testing campaign and put them into the scaling campaign. And now we have to find out which to kill and which to scale, aka which ads to turn off that are not profitable and which ones to put more budget into because they make us money, right? So that is actually step number 3, kill and scale. At first, we have to know our break-even ROAS, meaning at which ROAS are we starting to make money. I have put the break-even ROAS calculator in here for you. You can just copy this document, and I'll also have a complete walkthrough for this break-even ROAS calculator right here, a Loom video again, where I walk you through the steps, and at the end you get your break-even ROAS, where you make 0 money but also lose 0 money, and then also your scaling ROAS, where you start to scale your ad sets, right? So you kill, aka turn off, every ad that spent 2 times your AOV, so the average order value, and its ROAS is below your break-even ROAS. Let's make an example right here, okay? Your average order value is $45 and your break-even ROAS is 2. If the ad set spent $90 or more and the ROAS is 1.8, you turn it off because the ROAS is below the break-even ROAS and it's spent enough money already, okay? So if the ROAS is 2.2, congrats, you can start to scale it. Turn the ad set off when it's below the break-even ROAS and above 2 times the AOV, no mercy. When to do this? Every Monday and Thursday, so 2 times a week. Scaling. We scale every ad or campaign that has a ROAS at least 10% above our break-even ROAS, and we just double the budget. Yes, just double it, keep it simple. And we do this every Monday and Thursday. So if we have a campaign that is, according to our example, doing a ROAS of 2.5, okay, that's profitable, nice. We just double the budget now, okay? And this is pretty much how you kill and scale ad sets. And most people actually stop here, and this is why they fail, because they don't do the next 2 steps that are the most crucial. So step number 4 is analyzing the performance. That is, we need to find out what works and why, okay? So of all the factors we have, we just focus on one. 20-80 principle, okay? 20% of the work that gets us 80% of the results. We focus on only creatives here. We analyze the creatives. What do the winner creatives have in common? Which hooks, like the beginning of the video, performs the best? Why could that be the case? Make a hypothesis and note the winner creatives down. You will need it later, okay? Just note the winner creatives based in rows. So those that have the best return on ad spend, the best profitability, just note them down. Side note, there are many other things you can analyze and improve. So also don't forget to analyze the store performance. What is your conversion rate? You should aim for at least 2, 3, better like 5% conversion rate. And you can improve it by optimizing your page speed. That's a huge one. You can just find someone on Fiverr to do this for you. Just type in Shopify page speed optimization. You will find very qualified people. Just go for someone with a lot of good reviews. You can run split tests on the page with a tool like Visually. You can improve your offer. That's a big one, of course. And you can use upselling apps. But let's now hop back into our topic, that's advertising, right? And let's hop right into step number 5, the last one here. We now also know how to analyze what's going good, and now we want to multiply our success. So we do that here, multiplying good performance. Again, we use the 20-80 principle and focus on creatives. So we take the notes from step number 4 and multiply the winners. Let's say we tested 10 different hooks, okay? Hook 1 until hook 10, and everything else in the video is the same. So just the beginning, we tested different variables. We now have a winning hook. It's hook 6. We reassemble hook 6 with 5 different body sequences, okay? So we now do hook 6, body 1, then hook 6, body 2, hook 6, body 3, and so on. Offer sequence stays the same. We find out which body sequence works best, and once we found that out, so we go through the ad creative testing and scaling process again. Once we found that out, we then reassemble it with 10 different offer sequences. So we found out, okay, hook 6 and body 2 are performing great together. Now what we do is we do hook 6, body 2 plus offer 1, offer 2, offer 3, and so on. So once we did that, we remake the hook 6 5 times. Okay, we remake the winning hooks 5 times. We can, for example, change the voiceover, or we can change the pictures or videos that are shown in the hook. Very important, always only change one variable at a time. Okay, don't change the voiceover and the creatives, like the pictures and videos, at the same time, because you then don't know which brought you the winning results. Okay, to really be able to analyze, we have to differentiate between voiceover, for example, and pictures and videos. And okay, I can now change the voiceover 5 times. Okay, this voiceover works the best. And then I try to test the pictures and videos I show while using the voiceover. And now I can find out which pictures and videos work the best, right? So always one variable at a time. Good. And that's it. That is how we run and scale Facebook ads to make 7 figures a year with our Ecom store. That is the complete process we use. That is our technique. And I'm pretty sure if you apply this technique and do all of those steps as good as you can, you will be able to achieve similar results. At the end of the day, business is not some unfair thing where you have to know some hidden secrets or hidden techniques or stuff like that. I just gave you the complete technique we use to make 7 figures. And if you apply this technique in your business, you will be able to do that as well. And from now on, it just depends on how good you implement this technique, how good you execute every single one of those steps. All right, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment down below. That really helps out the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below to get more Ecom gold nuggets. That's it for now. I'll catch you in the next one.